Okay. I'm sure everyone is now answered. We'll proceed. As I have indicated, can we deal now with the input, whether we grant or not grant, state reason, whether we do grant the application or we do not grant the application. The floor is open for your input, honorable members. I believe all of us were now answered.
Dr. Lotri's hand is up. Ms. Majosi's hand is up. Deputy Chief Whip of the Majority Party's hand is up, Chairperson, in that order.
Thank you, Dr. Lodrick. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Chairperson. Chairperson, in terms of the postponement application, I am of the opinion that it should not be granted. I think everything has been set down. The initiators have been prepared. They have, they know exactly what to do. I am quite sure that the affected members' legal team also has access to all the information. So from my side, I would not support a postponement. We have the fact that it's the end of the term almost, and I'm sure it will be difficult to get the legal teams with specific dates again. They are available now for this week. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Honorable Majos.
Thank you, Chairperson. Let me greet the chair and all honorable members. I think I will also fall on the previous speaker. Why? Because the argument that they are bringing, it says, Chair, that they are willing to come to the committee when we appoint an independent judge. And they are telling us about our own rules, which does not accommodate that. So by the look of things, whether we postpone or not, which means they are not going to come and appear into the committee without that independent judge. I might not be privy to the previous discussions and the previous meeting, but I got the presentation from the advocate that is arguing. And Chairperson, I think because we have given them enough time and all documents were sent and everything that they needed all in due time. And they came here because they were supposed to appear to the committee, not because of they would want the committee to postpone due to the fact that we must appoint an independent judge and make references to the public protector and all sorts of other institutes. We are not speaking of institutes that are entities of government, but we are here as the Committee of Powers and Privileges and dealing with members of the parliament. We are not dealing with extended members who are appointed maybe or so forth. We are all dealing with members of parliament. So I don't think it's correct, Chair, that we must postpone. It must the hearing must continue, and if this is our fourth term, the previous speaker has said, and we are only closing now. If they want a month, which means it's going to be 2 months, because then which means we must come back in January, and we must now still go back and argue the fact that we must have an independent judge, of which I don't believe that we should do that, and we must be mandated by an advocate that that is what we must do as members of parliament. We know our rules, we have followed them, and I think we must follow suit and make sure that this hearing sits. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Majos. Honorable Zakode.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. Good afternoon, honorable members. Listening to both presentations by the initiator and the affected members' legal reps, Honorable Chairperson, one came to the conclusion that this is indeed, as the initiator has said, it's a parliamentary process. We are governed by our rules. We have a responsibility to sit in this committee and deal with our own internal arrangements. So, Honorable Chair, I want to agree with my colleagues who have spoken before me that the issue of hiring or getting an independent judge to run this process doesn't arise anyway, because this is a parliamentary process. It is not for the first time that the Powers and Privileges Committee have to sit and deal with matters like this. We've been dealing with that ever since this Powers and Privileges Act was adopted. So we will proceed with the work that is before us. The issue of an outsider chairing a parliamentary committee meeting is neither here nor there. They are entitled to their views, of which we are not going to say they shouldn't say what they believe is what should happen. So, but us as Parliament, we have a responsibility according to the rules and also according to the Powers and Privileges Act that we must be composed and as a committee deal with whatever is referred to us as a committee. Like I said earlier, that Rule 185 of the National Assembly rules allows for any member of parliament to sit in any committee and participate, except for when it comes to voting. Those members cannot vote, but participating, they are allowed to do so. So, Honorable Chair, I just want to say this application for postponement is not accepted, as the other honorable members have said, and also we cannot usurp our responsibility as a committee to other people. So this is our work, we'll do it. Thank you.
Thank
Chair,
you, Honorable.
other members that have hands.
Yes, can we recognize them?
Dr. Klape and Mr. Kaba.
Dr. Tlape, Honorable Dr. Tlape.
Thank you, Chair, and greetings to the members of the committee. Chair, I support the honorable members that spoke before me, and I'm also taking my submission from the arguments that has been made before this committee this morning, particularly from the initiator, Chair. One is that the postponement has no relevance. If we have to develop a process, it's for this committee to say the process will be undertaken by this committee according to the rules that it has, or that it will have been said by the committee or has been said for the committee. I must also, Chair, register my displeasure for the affected members or their representative to wanting to reduce a committee of parliament to members of the ANC. That should be not allowed or tolerated. And like the initiator has said, even the court sitting that they're arguing that is sitting on the 4th of December has got no issues with this. Court has always said, go through your hearing process. If you're having challenges or you are not satisfied, you can then approach the courts. So there's no relevance in terms of postponement, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tlape. Honorable Kaba.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I think also, Chair, in welcoming as the presentation is done, also from the initiator, let me join other members to also say that the application should not be allowed. The hearing must indeed continue. And I join other members too, also, Chair, to say the behavior and the mistreatment that was done to you really is not welcome. I think we remain shut to respect the proceedings. However, it is important that we support you, Chair, and we respect your authority. For other members who may have misbehaved in any other manner, I would employ on you, Chair, to really be hard where necessary rules of Parliament applies. Chair, no postponement. The hearing must continue. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. Do you still have any other hands?
Chair,
No,
my
Chair.
hand,
Those were the only hands.
my hand is up. Desiree van der Walt.
Who's that?
Honorable van der Walt.
Van
Chair.
der Walt.
Chair, I
Yes.
don't want to be repetitive, but I fully support the proposal by Dr. Lottreed. I think if one applies one's mind and you read the documents and listen very carefully, that is the way to go. And I would also just like to add to say that the tone of people during the previous part of the meeting is unacceptable for members of Parliament, and especially to you as the chair, and as well as to the initiator. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, honorable member. Any other hand? No other hands.
All, Chair.
If there are no any other hands, the majority view is that no postponement should be granted. So that's the decision of the committee. And then we'll, we're not suspending this one. We're closing this committee meeting, and we'll go back and resume our hearing and pronounce ourselves properly, the decision of the committee that there is no postponement which is being granted based on the facts which members has alluded, as well as the presentation and the response by the initiator. Thank you, honorable members. The meeting stands adjourned.